Hello everyone. Today in the chapter Heat, we will study numerical problems from exercise. So in the previous session, we have studied about the basic concepts to solve the numerical problems. Today we are going to solve some numerical problems from our exercise. Now, before that, I want to remind you that when the heat is given to some object or material, what is happening? Definitely, when the heat is provided or given to any object or material, there is a change in its temperature or there is a change in its state. And whenever there is a change in the temperature of an object or material, so what happens? Either the temperature rises or temperature decreases. So whenever there is a change in the temperature, you have to use the formula that heat is equal to m into C into delta T. So in the previous session we have studied that heat energy provided is equal to the mass into specific heat into the delta T. Delta T is nothing but it is a difference in the temperature, that is change in the temperature, or whenever there is a change in the state of an material. So when the state changes, temperature remains constant. So in that condition, whenever there is an example where the state is changing of an object, state changes means from going solid to liquid or liquid to liquid to solid, reversible. So when the state changes, then heat will be equal to m into L. L is nothing but it is a latent heat. So by using these two formulas, we are going to solve the numerical examples. Now the first example in your textbook, it is given that equal amount of heat is given to two objects A and B of mass 1 gram. That means there are the two objects A and object B, and their masses is same, that is 1 gram, each having 1 gram. So let us say that m1 is equal to 1 gram and m2 is equal to also 1 gram. Then what are the condition next? The temperature of A increases by 3 degrees Celsius, means when temperature is given to the A object, its temperature initially whatever it is, but there is a change or there is an increase in the temperature by 3 degrees. That means there is a change by how much? By 3 degrees, and change of temperature means what? Delta T, and that is by 3 degrees, and B by 5 degrees. So the change in the temperature of B object is by 5 degrees Celsius. Then what you have to, which object has more specific heat and by what factor? Now you will see the equal amount of heat is given. Equal amount of heat is given means what? It is definitely that Q1 is equal to Q2. Means the heat given to both the objects are equal, and that is why Q1 will be equal to Q2. Now you know the formula here. Which formula? The two formulas are there. Which formula you have to take? So delta T is there. That means first formula, there is a change in the temperature. So that formula is what? M1 into C1 into delta T1 is equal to M2 into C2 into delta T2. So you have the values. The mass is 1. Then C1 specific heat is not given for the object A, and temperature, change in the temperature is 3, that is equal to now M again 1, C2, and change in the temperature is by 5. So it will be 3 C1 is equal to 5 C2. Now this 3 send it to the right side, so it will divide there. So C1 is equal to 5 upon 3 is equal to C2, and if you calculate 5 upon 3, if you divide it, you will get something value like 1.6 something. So now that means C1 is equal to 1.6 times or 5 upon 3 times of C2, means definitely C1 is more than C2. Therefore we can say that C1 is having more specific heat than C2, and by how much? By 5 upon 3 value. So in this way you can calculate the first example. Now second example, liquid ammonia is used in ice factory for making ice from water. So liquid ammonia, it is a freezing mixture. Liquid ammonia is having a boiling point of minus 33.34 degrees Celsius. Means you can see that what is the temperature of liquid ammonia. It is in the frozen form. Now this liquid ammonia, when it is put into the water, what will happen here? The temperature of water is more than the ammonia. This ammonia is having a boiling point of minus 33.34 degrees Celsius. That means what will happen here? The ammonia will start to vaporize. Ammonia will start to vaporize. And what we see here, we will see that the state of the ammonia is changed from liquid to gaseous state. That's why the temperature will remain constant. The state of the ammonia is changing here. Now in the water, now what will happen to the water? Now if you see, there is a 20 degrees Celsius temperature of the water, and this cold ammonia is put into this, then definitely there will be reduce or decrease in the temperature of water. So change of the temperature will be continued into the water, and this water will get converted into the form of ice. Now we'll see this step by step how to solve this example. Now here we have the scenario ammonia and water. Now in the scenario of ammonia, you will see the mass of ammonia is not given, so take a question mark. Mass of the water. Mass of the water is not given, but mass of ice is given, that is 2 kg of ice is formed. So I will tell you that when the state changes, the weight of both the states will remain constant. If there is a ice of 2 kg, definitely the water will be also having the same weight, that will be 2 kg. Now we have here, I said you that ammonia, the state of ammonia changes, not the temperature, when it is put into the water at a higher temperature. So the state of ammonia changes. Why? Because its boiling point is minus 33.34. So temperature will remain constant, and due to the increase in the water is having more temperature, it will absorb the heat from the water and it will start to convert into the evaporation. Means it will start to produce the vapor. So there is a change in the state. So what we need? We need a latent heat. So latent heat L1 is given 341 calorie per gram. So the latent heat of ammonia is 341 calorie per gram. Now in the case of water, what is happening? There is a change in the temperature, and for that purpose we need to have the specific heat, and specific heat of the water is how much? 1 calorie per gram degree Celsius. And what will be the change in the temperature? Delta T. The temperature of water was 20 degree Celsius, and when we put ammonia into it, what will happen? It was a water, it will reduce the temperature and form ice at 0 degree Celsius. That means there is a drop in the temperature. So what is the change in the temperature? 20 minus 0, and that will be equal to how much? 20 degrees Celsius. So the change in the temperature of water will be delta T, 20 degree Celsius. Now what amount of heat is required here? So heat equal to M1 into L1. So M1 is not given, keep it as it is. L1 is 341. So now we will calculate heat here also, that is Q2 is equal to formula M2 into C2 into delta 2. So M1 is 2 kg. Now you see all the units are in the CGS, but this is SI unit. So convert into the CGS unit, that will be equal to 2000 gram. So take it 2000 here. Specific heat is 1 into delta T, that will be equal to 20. So it will be 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So that will be calorie. Now next step, what will happen? This ice will continue to change from 0 to 0, because ice, until the whole water get converted into the formation of ice, the temperature will remain constant. So here will be ice form of 2 kg. So what is here happening now? From this stage to this stage, there is a constant temperature because the state is changing here. And since the state is changing, the heat will be absorbed there. And so what will be the next thing here? Q3 is equal to, now there is a change in the state. So for that purpose, what we have to consider? M3 into L3. And what is the latent heat of water? Mass is 2000 definitely. And L3 is 80 calorie per gram is the latent heat value of water. Now if you calculate it, you will get 16, 1, 2, 3 and 4 calories of heat will be taken here. Now heat is gained by ammonia and heat is lost by water. So you know the formula. Heat lost is equal to heat gain. So heat lost in the two steps, when it was water at 20 degrees Celsius and when it is forming the ice. So heat loss, two have values, Q2 plus Q3 will be equal to Q1. So Q2 plus Q3 is equal to 1. So Q2 is how much? 40,000 plus Q3 is 1,60,000 and Q1 is M1 into 341. So it will be M1 into 341. So if you add this, you will get 2 lakh is equal to M1 into 341. So M1 will be equal to 341, take it here. So it will divide to 2 lakh. Value of M1 will be equal to 586.51 gram. So this much amount of the ammonia will be vaporized, evaporated when it is put into the water to form the ice in ice factory. So in this way you can solve the second example. Now we will see the third example. So the example is that a thermally insulated pot has 150 gram of ice at 0 degrees Celsius. So there is a thermally insulated pot and it is having a ice. It's having 150 gram of ice at 0 degree Celsius. How much steam of 100 degrees Celsius has to be mixed to it? Steam of 100 degrees Celsius has to be mixed into the ice so that water of temperature 50 degree will be obtained. So the water will be formed after that. So that will be having a 50 degrees Celsius temperature. Now here there are the scenarios ice and steam. So now ice is having a mass of 150 gram and it is at 0 degree Celsius temperature. Now when we will pass the steam into the ice, what will happen? Ice will start to melt. Melting point is 0 degree. So ice will start to melt. But when it is melting, so you will see that the state is changing, solid to liquid. So what will happen there? It will have a latent heat. So definitely there is a change in the state. So the latent heat of ice is 80 calorie per gram. So the Q1 will be equal to. So the state is changing in this condition. So I will draw it here. So it is at 0 degree Celsius. So when the steam is passed, it will remain 0 degree Celsius. Temperature will remain constant until the ice is converted into the water. Complete ice is converted into the water. So we have to take this formula M into L. So M is 150 into latent heat of ice is 80. So we'll keep it as it is. Now further what will happen? This ice will be continued when the complete ice is converted from solid form to the water form, that means to the liquid form. So now the temperature will start to rise here from there onwards and it will reach up to 50 degree Celsius. So the temperature is increasing here. So as the temperature is increasing, we will have an Q2. So Q2, there will be a specific heat and there is a change in the temperature, so delta T. So what will be the formula? M into C into delta T. So here M is same. You know that when the state changes, the mass of that particular material remains same. So from it will convert from ice to water, so its temperature, this mass will remain same. Specific heat capacity of water is 1 and delta T that is the change in the temperature. So change in the temperature 50 minus 0. So that will be 50 degree Celsius. Temperature will increase. So it will be 150 into 50. So this is your Q. So this will happen in the ice. Now let us see about the steam. So you have to find mass of steam. So now you see this steam 100 degrees Celsius, it will be changing the state. As it comes in the vicinity of the ice, it will start to condense. So when it is condensing, the full steam up to the condensation, it will change the state from gaseous to liquid, and therefore it will be having a latent heat of condensation, and that is 540 calorie per gram. So now Q3 will be equal to m into L. Why L? Because there is a no change in the temperature, state is changing. So that is why it will be equal to mass is not known and L, latent heat, is 540. So this will be your Q3. Now further, this steam, when it get converted into the form of water, that means after condensation it will form water, and that water will reduce the temperature up to the 50 degree Celsius. Because we need a water of 50 degrees Celsius, is given in the question. So it will change the temperature here. So we need to find out Q4. So Q4, m into change in the temperature, so specific heat into delta T. So the mass is not known, its specific capacity of the water is 1, and delta T from 100 to 50 means 100 minus 50, it will be 50. So it will be equal to m into 50. So there is a, now heat is lost by steam and heat is gained by ice. So heat loss is equal to heat gain, means Q3 plus Q4 is equal to Q1 plus Q2. Q3 is m into 50 plus Q4 is m into, sorry, it is 540. This is m into 50. Then Q1 150 into 80 plus Q2 is 150 into 50. So now you will see, I will open this bracket. Now here in this 2 you will have m common. So take m common. So what is remain there? 540 plus 50. So here 150 common. So remain is 80 plus 50. So it will be m into 590 and it will be 150 into 130. So 590 take to that side, it will divide. So if you calculate, you will get the value of 33.05 gram. So this much amount of the steam will be required to convert ice into the water of 50 degrees Celsius. Now we'll see fourth example. A calorimeter has a mass 100 gram and specific heat 0.1 kilocalorie per kg degree Celsius. So it is a specific heat of copper. So it is a copper calorimeter. So let us see here. A copper calorimeter having a mass of 100 gram and a specific heat of 0.1 kilocalorie per kg degree Celsius. It contains 250 gram of liquid at 30 degrees Celsius having specific heat 0.4 kilocalorie per kg degree Celsius. So it is having a liquid. A liquid of 250 gram. Temperature 30 degree Celsius and its specific heat is given 0.4. Now if we drop a piece of ice of mass 10 gram at 0 degree Celsius, means what is going to do? We are going to drop a piece of ice of 10 gram at 0 degree Celsius. What will be the temperature of mixture? Now you need to understand these things. Now you see there is a copper calorimeter and in the copper calorimeter there is a liquid. And in that liquid is having a temperature of 30 degrees Celsius, and in that liquid we are going to drop a piece of ice. Now you know there is a ice. When this ice is dropped into the higher temperature 30 degrees Celsius, this ice will start to melt. Means it will convert from solid state to the liquid state. At that time the temperature will remain constant. At the same time, what will happen? The temperature of this liquid will start to reduce from 30 to downside. So now here we have to understand this example. At the same time, when the temperature of this liquid start to reduce, at the same time the temperature of this copper calorimeter will also start to reduce. That means you can see that at initial, when the liquid is there in a calorimeter, the temperature of liquid and temperature of this calorimeter will be equal. As the temperature is 30 degree, the temperature of copper calorimeter will be also 30 degree. So we will understand this scenario separately. Now first I will take ice. The mass of ice is 10 gram. Now what is the condition of our ice? It is at 0 degree Celsius. When it is dropped into the liquid, it will start to melt. At this stage, the state will change. So you have to consider the latent heat of ice, and that is 80 calorie per gram. So here the heat absorbed will be Q m into L, and that is mass 10 gram and latent heat 80. So it will be 800 calorie. So you will have Q1 800 calorie. Now further what will happen? This, after the whole ice is converted into the water, again the water will reduce its temperature and it will reach to the certain T temperature. You know that when this ice, liquid and calorimeter, after some time they are going to have a temperature of equal amount. Since they are having a different temperature, when they will be mixed, after some time the heat will be remain, that means the temperature will remain constant. You know that this ice will absorb the heat from liquid and calorimeter, and after some time they will attain a equal amount of temperature. So what amount of temperature is that we don't know, so we will consider that temperature is T. Means this water will get converted into the temperature, that means it will go down to the temperature T. So that means we will have another value from this stage, as since the temperature is increasing here. So you will have another formula, that is m into c into delta T. So now mass is 10 gram. The mass of ice and mass of the water form will be same. So 10 gram. Then the specific heat of ice or water, it is 1, and delta T, it is going from 0 to T. So the temperature will be increased here. So plus 0 will be T, and that will be equal to 10 T. So to Q2 will be 10 T. Now we will consider calorimeter. Now calorimeter mass is given 100 gram. Then its specific heat is given 0.1 kilo calorie per kilogram degree Celsius. Now you can see here the units are given in a Celsius unit, gram, everywhere, but it is given in a kilocalorie and kg. So you know kilocalorie is equal to how much? 1000 calorie, and kilogram is equal to 1000 grams. So 1000 it get cancelled, means this kk get cancelled, and it will remain 0.1 calorie per gram degree Celsius. Then delta T. What was the initial temperature of this calorimeter? The same temperature as that of the liquid, that is 30 degree, and it is going to drop from 30 degree to the T. So it will be 30 minus T. So T is the temperature of mixture at last. That we don't know value of that temperature, so we are taking T. So it is going to get dropped from 30 to T. So we are taking 30 minus T. Now here we will find the value of Q3. So it will be mass into specific into delta T. So you have the values here, 100 into specific heat 0.1 into it is 30 minus T. So here 100 into 1 if you do, you get 10 into 30 minus T. So this is your Q3. The liquid. The mass of liquid is given 250 gram. Its specific heat is given 0.4 kilocalorie per kilogram degree Celsius. So here kk will cut down. Then delta T will be same. The initial temperature of the liquid was 30 degree, and it is going to drop to the T. So 30 minus T. Now here we have to take Q4. So Q4 is m into c into delta T. So that will be equal to, so mass is given 250 into specific heat is given 0.4 into 30 minus T. So it will be 25 4 is 100, and this 1 0 and 1 point. So it will be 100 100 into 30 minus T. So this is your Q4. Now heat is gained by ice and heat is lost by calorimeter and liquid. So that will be Q1 plus Q2 is equal to Q3 plus Q4. Heat gain, that is Q1 plus Q2, and heat lost by calorimeter Q3 plus heat lost by liquid, so that is Q4. So values we put here. Q1 is 800 plus Q2 10T, Q3 that is 10 into bracket 30 minus T plus Q4 is 100 into bracket 30 minus T. The 10 common, so it will be 80 plus T. Here 30T common, and what is remain? It is a 10 plus 100. So it will be 10, 80 plus T is equal to 30 minus T. It will be 110. So this 10 divide both side by 10. So it will be 11. So 11 here you multiply it. So 80 plus T is equal to 11 330 minus 11 T. So now this 11 T will take here. So it is subtracted, we will add here, and this 80 will take there. So it will be T plus 11 T is equal to 330 minus 80. So that will be 12 T is equal to 250. So T is equal to 250 upon 12. It will be 20.83 degree Celsius. So what will be the final temperature of the mixture? It will be 20.83 degree Celsius. So in this way you can calculate the fourth example.